Okay. So I'll tell you, we were recently, recruiting for a CTO role for a funded tech startup. This company had a budget of 2 crore plus ESOPs, right? So 2 crore was the cash component that we were offering, and there were virtually infinite ESOP options based on how well the company grows and what the valuation becomes. And so we had virtually infinite options for candidates. The number one thing that I notice is everybody makes the decision while recruiting is people want to work with people, right? So irrespective of how technically sound a CTO is, right? A CTO is somebody who needs to be very technically sound. The recruiters or the founders of that company had very strong focus on how the person would gel up with that team and how the person would manage the team. Technical qualifications were the second prioritization. The first prioritization with how well the person would build into the culture of the company and how well the person could groom the other employees of the organization. Because at the end of the day, if you're hiring a senior level person, what everybody wants to make sure is that you're not a toxic boss. You're not the person that everybody works under and consistently decides that I need to leave this job in the next 6 months at any cost. Even if I have to take a pay cut, I just want to leave this company. That's not the kind of leaders that any funded tech startup wants to have. And that has become a very, very severe challenge because candidates do not understand it. Most candidates, specifically if you talk about coming from technology background, they feel that because they have this particular skill set and experience, they're entitled to be the CTO. There is nothing that makes you entitled to be anybody, right? Even if you have the relevant skills, but you do not have the right attitude, how you deal with people, how you will manage people, how you would respect or disrespect your team. That's a complete deal breaker at any recruitment level. Culture is the number one priority at any organization, not just startups, even in organized firms. We see that companies pay a lot of emphasis in how the person is as a human being rather than how much skills he's bringing to the table. Because the skills can be taught, but humanity cannot be. If a person is somebody who keeps fighting with his team members, who's a consistent arguer, who doesn't like to collaborate, who's always blaming everybody for whatever mistakes happen. And mistakes are like an everyday affair at a startup, right? There are 10 mistakes that keep happening and you have to just keep moving fast in a startup. So it's very, very important that you become a good human being who knows how to deal with setbacks and adverse situations. Only then you can get a high paying job.